we all know in the offseason there's not much happening. There's not much going on in terms of college football. We're all waiting for summer workouts to return, fall camp, things of that nature. But one of the main things that is happening or does happen in the offseason is you have several players that they hook up with their private coaches, their specified trainers, and they work on things that, they saw in the spring, where they were in relation to the roster, where they were in relation to the type of player that they want to become. So they get up with their private coaches, they get up with their private trainers, and they go to work on these things, fine-tuning details, fine-tuning aspects of their game, because these guys either want to be starters or marquee contributors in the coming season in the fall for the Tide. And while summer one classes and summer camp begins in a couple of weeks, one of those guys putting in that work is Jase McClellan, the junior running back from Texas, former four-star in the 2020 class. And what's awesome about Jase is, Jase is hungry. Jase is determined to try to be running back one for the Crimson Tide, despite the fact that GIBBS has entered the program. There's so much conversation, there's so much talk, there's so much excitement about GIBBS, and rightfully so. He is an electrifying talent. He is electricity. He is a dynamic athlete. He brings a special element to the game, whether it's running between the tackles, whether it's his game-breaking, game-changing speed in open space, whether it's his ability to catch the ball at the backfield and go, whether you put him on special teams. The one thing I want to see is, can GIBBS pass protect? If he can pass protect, and that's just even better about him. But, it's funny how when you get injured, people tend to forget about you at times, and you have to remind people who you are, how dominant you are, how dangerous you are, how marquee you are to your team. And for Jase, just a season ago, prior to him getting hurt against Ole Miss, he was showing that he was a all-purpose running back. He had, 5 touchdowns for the injury? I think he had 40 carries for 191 yards rushing with 1 touchdown. He had 10 catches for 97 yards and 3 touchdowns. So he was showing you that Kenyon Drake, Josh Jacobs type of thing there. He even returned a blocked punt versus Mercer for a touchdown. And speaking of Mercer, going back to that matchup at Bryant-Denny, McClellan became the first Bama player since 2013 to score 3 touchdowns in a game in 3 different ways. He rushed for a touchdown against Mercer. He caught a 21-yard touchdown pass. He returned a blocked punt for a score. So McClellan did all of those things prior to the injury. And when he got hurt against the Rebels, it removed a pivotal, strong, vital part from the Alabama passing game, because of what he was as a safety valve out the backfield for Bryce Young. And in talking with Brad Lester, former Auburn running back, he is the founder and CEO of the Speed Genius Athletic Training Facility in Atlanta. Brad Lester was saying, hey, Jase is good. Jase is looking real good right now. He's starting to look like his old self again. And this is a Brad Lester who worked with Najee Harris in 2020. Remember how 2019, Najee, the latter part of that year, started to really turn up. And then 2020, where COVID really hit hard, and we all thought that we may not have a college football season, but the good Lord intervened, and we had a college football season. Throughout that summer, Lester worked with Najee Harris, and Harris became a 1,400-yard back, 30 total touchdowns, a unanimous All-American, Heisman finalist, Doak Walker Award winner, SEC championship game MVP, national champion. Brother went on to be a first-round pick by the Pittsburgh Steelers. And here is the same Brad Lester saying, as good as Najee was, Jase, more explosive. Jase, more moves. Jase can do more out of the backfield. Jase can get downhill. He can get physical. He can get downhill. Now, they're doing some light work stuff now McClellan's knee is looking stronger. Well, they're getting it to look stronger than what it was last season. They're doing some light work stuff now. Now, once the Alabama training staff, Jeff Allen, David Ballou, team doctors and company give Lester the okay, the go-ahead to ratchet up the training a bit more, then we will see McClellan be put through more things, challenging that knee, working that knee, pushing that knee to be, at tip-top condition, though it is looking stronger and it is looking better than what it was a season ago. But the young man's hungry. The young man is prepared to get some things done on the field. And even with Alabama having a Jahmyr Gibbs and a Trey Sanders, which I'm excited to see what can Trey do in this upcoming season, and Roydell Williams also, I just look at with where we are in college football, where everybody on your team offensively has to be a threat. You have to stress a defense out. Every running back's got to be a threat. Every receiver's got to be a threat. Every tight end's got to be a threat. We all know your quarterback has to be a threat. Offensively, you got to be able to attack teams in every way, make them defend all 100 yards long of the field, all 53 yards wide of the field. You've got to make teams defend that. And in order to make teams defend that, you got to have explosive players in every part of the game. And when you look at Jase McClellan, he is an explosive player. And getting this guy back 100% healthy, really awesome seeing the work that Brad Lester has been doing with him to this point. I'm excited to see Jase get out there, take over, and really, truly do his thing on the field. Because if he can be better, if he can be either right there or slightly better than what Najee Harris was in 2020, people, you got two game-breaking backs. And you talk Jahmyr Gibbs and Jase McClellan, and oh mama, that's going to be fun to watch right there.